Okay, I have a customer coming. I'm gonna get some hand care. So I'll just set up for that. Some lovely rose bath milk. Water from my Billy tea because my kettle died. Check the temp. Oh, lovely. Put your hands in here, in the water. Okay, so today we're here giving you a hand massage and looking after your hands. Lots of wounds and stuff on there I can see. Alright, let's have a look at one hand. Look at the nails. Got a lot of white dots here and there. Did you squish your nails at all? That's one's really short. Does that feel uncomfortable? Any of them feel uncomfortable? Okay, because I'm going to scrub them. I didn't want to do that if it felt uncomfortable, too short. So yeah, I can see a few wounds. Ooh, ouch. Oh yeah, right across that vein. Wow, must have bled a lot from this area. Okay, other hand. A few wounds on the top. Does that hurt at all? Looks like a bruise. Finger skin missing there. Not too bad on the bottom. Is that a splinter?
It's one of the little things here.
Oh, it comes off. Silly me. Okay. forget it. Okay, let's continue with the scrubbing. Gentle scrub.
The middle finger hurts.
Oh, this one?
Yeah,
I see that.
You're rubbing the skin, the
Yeah.
exposed skin as well.
Yeah, that was what I was worried about. Just this one? Yeah, it's cut all the way back. Alright, I'll leave that one for now. Now I'll give your hand a wash with my delightful cool water from Men's Soap. You've got quite sensitive smell. How do you find that one?
Soothing.
Nice, yeah.
It's strong but not potent.
Yeah, good. So I feel a little bit of dryness on the skin in this area. Is that also a wound? Or a bite?
Oh, a bite from the dogs.
Oh. Veritable piranhas, those ones. Okay, I'll get you to put your hand under here. I like when the smell's not overwhelming as well, because sometimes you can get a headache if the smell is too strong. And when I feel this hand, I can feel some dryness here and there. What's happened here? Oh, that's you just resting on the bowl.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Now it's not stinging to get soap in it?
No.
Okay, lucky.
Sensitive, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Again. I'll just move this out of the way. And hand under there. Have to dry my hand as well. And we can see a little bit of the skin has started to lift because it got wet. Does it feel more uncomfortable now that it's wet? No? Okay.
Just more sensitive.
Oh, yep. Makes sense. Wow, this hand is covered in wounds. Mostly from the dog, you say?
So the exposed skin at the top, mostly it's because of the bins that I handle.
Mm-hmm.
They're a bit sharp.
I see. So you mean these parts? The top, when you say top?
Yep. But then there's ones to the sides like this, this, those are from the dogs. The ones on this hand are from the dogs.
I see. And this long one, is that a dog?
I think it was from a bin. I don't remember.
Okay.
There's just so much.
And recently your nail broke right the way down. Yeah, that's uncomfortable looking. Alright, I'll lift this out of the way. Rest your arms there. Is that comfortable?
Yep.
Okay. So now we're going to give you a hand massage with the body butter that I made and filmed on this channel. This will help nourish and protect the skin. Just keep your hand like that. You're definitely going to need a little bit more on that area. I can feel already it's very dry. Now, is it comfortable for you to hold your hand like that?
Yeah.
Good. Obviously I won't be able to do that with this finger. But I should be able to work around it.
Yeah, you managed. Now pay individual attention to the knuckles. So I can feel a little bit of tension in here. Not so much there. More here. Okay, that knuckle's nice and loose. I can feel it's quite dry right on the tip of the thumb here. Right on the pad. And it's something people quite often forget. To moisturise their hands at the end of a day. It's quite dry in this area. We do a lot of gripping. Around. A little bit of tension in that knuckle. Feel quite dry here. Not too bad in this knuckle, but dry there. So you know how we've talked a little bit about cracking your knuckles? Yep.
There was a science experimenter experimented on himself. For 24 years he cracked knuckles in one hand and not the other. And he had no issues, no arthritis in one hand and not the other. It didn't say if the hand that had been cracked a lot was better off than the other one. But I feel like therapeutically it probably would be, because the sound is therapeutic. Don't you find the sound is?
I feel like the feeling as well, because you feel like tense or stiff, some build up.
Yep.
And it's good to release it.
Yeah. So this knuckle here feels quite rigid, almost a little bit swollen. Let me check it on the other side. Oh, sorry. It's not fatter than the other one, but you do have these dark colours around your knuckles there, like bruising. Alright, it's nice and loose in this one. That's good. Oh, you feel the difference between that one and that one. I'd say it feels like muscle build up on this side. That's how I would describe it. Whereas this one's more softer, less hard, less swollen. Moves quite readily. And pinky, nice movement there. Good movement there. There. Alright. A little bit of tension in this area, but not too bad. On the underside of the knuckles, that one's quite flexible, that one's very flexible, soft, concaved even. And this one, completely different. A bit more harder, swollen. Do on the other side. So now that they're cleaned and I'm massaging, I can see the wounds are a little bit more prominent, a bit more clear now. Alright, I'll just do some mobility in the wrist. Where's the camera? There it is. Mobility in the wrist. That feels quite good. Not a lot of tension. Now, normally I do this thing called milking the cow, but I want to try to avoid this finger. I'm trying to do just the tip. Alright, just relax that hand. I also have a nice little jar of lollies. Feel free to help yourself to one. Do you want one? Yeah, go for it.
I have to use my hands.
Yeah.
So slippery.
Yeah, it is. Squeeze from the bottom into your mouth if you want. That's it. Press it in. Okay. Next hand, I'll get a bit extra because we needed it last time. And before I start, let's have a look at the two compared to each other. What a difference. You can see this one is more plump, smoother, obviously shinier because of the oils and butters, and the nails, they look more hydrated compared to these ones. Yeah, this hand's dry but less dry. And you can relax this arm if you want. It looks a bit rigid. I'm not sure if you're feeling that or not. The bath milk we used is also moisturising. And the soap being natural means it doesn't have harsh ingredients in it. Less drying and less stripping of the skin. Sorry, I keep forgetting about this part.
Interestingly, it's not hurting.
Okay.
It hurt before, but
Yeah, maybe
good
because
now.
I'm sliding over it as opposed to,
pressing.
yeah, nearly poked it with my nails, which wouldn't have been comfortable. Yeah, a little bit of pressure in here. Not as much as on the other side, and it's definitely much more pliable in here. Here it's more in this area. Other side. Interesting. It's more tense on this side. Can you feel the difference? Let me work that a little bit better. Sorry for the angle.
This hand is definitely more tense.
Yeah, I can feel that. If I had to describe it, I'd say it feels like if you're a bodybuilder in your hands, then this muscle here has had quite the workout. feels harder.
What would have I used that muscle for?
If you're doing some gripping, then the flexing of these fingers, grabbing, holding. Is this the hand that you carry the Stanley knife in?
Yeah.
So the action of holding the Stanley knife would be doing that. I'll probably explain too why this area here is a little bit more tighter than this area. And I haven't got to your thumbs and fingers yet. I've woken up this morning too with a wound on my hand. I don't know how I did it, but I did it in my sleep. Must have dreamt I was fighting off a giant or something. Alright, let's have a feel. Oh yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, move to the knuckles. Definitely tense in this one. I'll just move it down this way, there we go. The camera's not sitting centre, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Moving to this one, so still a little bit tense in there. Again, I would describe it as though the muscles had a good workout. That's what it feels like. And it's quite more stiffer than the rest. And yet this pad isn't as dry as the other one. But this knuckle in general.
Trying to think what it is that could make my hand so tense, because picking up cardboard boxes, plastics, the pins, doesn't seem like that would do much. But you know, one thing that's I'd probably use a lot is my phone. Maybe that would be the cause of...
That could be a thing too. Definitely pressing lots of buttons with our thumbs. But also too, when you're working with cardboard, you're trying to really grip it so it doesn't slide. That could also work the muscles. Yeah, this hand here is a little bit tense here.
But that's the thing, is the muscle down the bottom, this one here, that's for like these two fingers. I think that would be where you'd rest the phone.
The phone, yeah. True. This knuckle is quite good. This one is a little bit tense, but still not quite like the other one. A bit more mobility, softer. Oh, this finger feels really casual, like he's having a great old time doing nothing, or very little compared to the rest of the hand. This finger a little bit less so. Okay, do some milking of the cow. Need some wrist work. This wrist is a little bit more stiffer.
Can definitely feel that.
Definitely. That way, not so much. That way. Fascinating. Do you also crack your wrists as well when you do your...
Sometimes not as much. Mostly cracking my fingers.
Yeah.
But if my wrists feel a bit tense, I can crack them as well.
You can just crack them on demand, can you?
Depends. I feel like there has to be a build-up before that happens.
Makes sense. Let's try again. It's a little bit better, still a bit more stiff than the other hand. Yeah, that's a bit better. Nice. Alright, on to inside massage. So that flavoured lolly was orange?
Mm-hmm. I just grabbed the top one.
I think there's lemon,
Strawberry.
mint and coffee lollies. Copico. Copicos are new now. They got two colours on them. A light chocolate mocha colour and a coffee colour. Whereas once upon a time they were just all black. I mean, like dark brown.
Do you know when that happened?
No, because it had been years since I brought a pack, and then all of a sudden it was different. I mean, the packaging and everything, their name and colours are all still the same. I mean, maybe it's got that line across it now. Maybe that wasn't there before. I can't remember. Okay, there you go. Hands are nice and soft. How do they feel? Is there any areas of tension you still feel?
Not really.
fingers, flex your fingers upwards, and then fist, and then just kind of put your thumbs out, and then down and around, sort of move them. Can you go in a circle sort of thing? It's interesting. There's a little bit more movement in this one than that one. Do your plain thing that you do with your hands.
Like the airplane?
Oh, that's it. Okay, yeah, they still look very even, which is good.
The only thing I can mention is bending this finger's a bit tricky. But
of course,
nothing
yeah.
else.
Some cuticle oil. This adds just an extra layer of moisturisation. Health to your nails. I see what you mean by the cuticles. They're not very, like this one here I see a little bit. See that? But on a lot of the others, I'm not seeing much cuticle growth down the fingers. Not feeling lots of hangnails, which is also good. I'd say you're very lucky in that regard, because usually working with paper, that causes lots of hangnails, and cardboard is a cousin of paper. Oh, how did I don't know how I did that. Did I miss a finger?
No, you're talking about the cuticle on this finger.
Sometimes the lines on the nails can represent, like if you had a cold, and considering that you've kind of got one on the same, almost the same level on each nail, you might have had either a vitamin deficiency or an illness.
You sure it wasn't trauma?
It could be. But it's interesting because
it's not on this hand.
Exactly, and there's a little bit there, small mark there, but it's in a different level. So yeah, maybe it is trauma, because if it was a cold or a flu or a vitamin deficiency, it'd probably appear on all of the nails as opposed to just one hand. Alright, bink, bink. Bink, bink, bink. Alright, there you go. Alright, so now just hydrate, drink some water. You often drink water, which is good. And yeah, try not to sort of wash your hands or do anything that would take the moisturizer off them for at least an hour or so.
Sure thing.
Cool. Thanks.